Is everything just a loop? We take our shots in real time. It's a shell game they play for the history of time. Yeah, they've been doing this for the history of time. Over and over again. It's a loop, my friend. Over and over again. It's a loop, my friend. Hey, we got to keep the masses down. Don't let them have a unified voice. We can't handle the sound, and no, we can't handle the resonation. The frequency, it's going around the earth now. Yeah, it's going around the earth now. Over and over again. It's a loop, my friend. We live over and over again. It's a loop, my friend. It's a cycle, yeah, we're back again. Don't remember last time, yeah, it's just you and me, my friend. Don't you wonder why sometimes you feel like you're an old soul? And don't you wonder when you realize you're an old soul? When you realize everyone's an old soul. Everyone's an old soul. Yeah, we've been here for millions and billions. Don't remember anything, but we have seen it always. And we live over and over again. Yeah, 'cause it's a loop, my friend. Something higher, something that we can reach, something we can attain, yeah. But maybe we did before, now they've got us here, landlocked under this atmosphere. We're not getting out of here. No, gotta find their energy sources and take them down. 'Cause it's a loop, my friend. They're shocking you back down to planet Earth. Yeah, you're not going out, it's a new birth. You're a new kid, you're a new girl, you're a new boy on here in 2020, and they call you he or she or they or her or thou. You live over and over again. 'Cause it's a loop, my friend. We keep living over. No, there's no end. You can never live over and over again. 'Cause it's a loop, my friend. Yeah, yeah. You see, we keep them in jail. They don't even know they're there. It's the best place we could hope for. So keep the outcasts far, far away from this civilization we built. Yeah, everyone follows the leader, yeah, they never get in the way, yeah. Don't need any of that anyway. Energy can't die, doesn't die, doesn't go anywhere, just gets another try, gets come back and do it again. Try its best to make some friends, make the world a better place. Hope it never ends, yeah, keep rolling, keep on spinning around. Yeah, say over and over again. Keep going on, 'cause it's a loop, my friend. Over and over again. It's Monday. It's Mark Pires. I was walking down the road today, and we're at it again. This is the longest running daily show on planet Earth, 1,400. What are we at right now, Joanne? 84 days? 1484? We're almost there, the 1,500 days that is. And we're going to have some sort of celebration on the 1,500th day in a row. I'm not sure what we're going to do, but we're going to do it. And guys, apparently the Earth's core is like doing a flipperoo. That makes sense. Everything else just is totally mental. So the core of the Earth doing the old flipperoo kind of is just like par for the course. You know what I mean? So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. We got a Zabrowski deal going on. We're going to quickly tell that story and then we'll probably play a song. I think that's necessary. But what's happening in the real world for you today? I want to hear about it. I see Bradley Smith in the house. I see Tim Beers, Virginia, Chris Donaldson, S. Coop. I see, let's see who else is kicking it with us. I said Virginia. And then, you know, Tim Beers is kicking it, as I said. And Trent Martin is here, Barilla. And as you guys know, Maudib is here kicking it, which is awesome. We're all having a good time. Texas Lady! Got a little smack on the side of the beat seat for Texas Lady. Oh, goodness, Texas Lady. How's it going out there? New Year's. Yeah, we're into it. It's funny, I heard someone the other day say, Happy New Year. I'm like, aren't we past that? Like, it's January 23rd. Are we still doing the Happy New Year thing? I guess. I was like, okay, I get it. It's still January. You know, we're into February and you're still saying Happy New Year? I'm neck chopping you. I'm just saying. You don't want to be walking around February 4th. Be like, Happy New Year. Elbow in the fotch. I'm sorry. I'll give you a 3-week gratis window for the, Happy New Year. But once you're into the new year, a full month, you're 1/12 in. What are we talking about? It's Happy New Year. You're almost into the next year. What do we... Chris knows what I'm talking about. What's that? No, Joanne. Joanne said she doesn't really care either way. She just is trying to keep the wheeze down for us tonight, which I appreciate. I appreciate that, Joanne. Guys, so I was trying to get TikTok on for the top of this show, had the song going, and of course that didn't work out. And I got to look at this, guys. I got a massive camera situation deal going on here. And of course I have that weird side thing. I think until I play the music, that's the beauty of having a camera that you could do that with. I could at least just chat first and then get into it. Jeez, Joanne. You went the wrong way, Joanne. That's better, so at least I'm not having my head's cut off still, Joanne. It's like you get Joanne, and she's just doing it. Still sort of cut off, Joanne. What's that? No, Zabrowski, I think it looks weird, He says, it's not a big deal, Mark, if the top of your head is cut off when you're doing the show. Zabrosk. That's why you're a woohoo guy, Zabrosk. Not a non-camera guy. Oh, Zabrosk! It's your turn, buddy. We need a woohoo. I'm throwing it to him. That's his laser version. Right? That's ridiculous. We're here. It's like catapulted into the sky. You know, up with the angels. That's one of my favorites. You're there. You know, the archangel. What are we talking about? Joanne, so can we get into this story? We haven't done the news in a while, and I think we should. I'm going to just kind of... we're going to get into the news for a second, Joanne. There is a story I found, and that's why it's the title of the show. The last couple of days, I just have, you know, I'll find a title, and then we get right into the music. And that's good and all, but we're talking about a story here as a title of the show. So let's get into it. Let's read it. And let's see what the frig's going down in the world. You know what I mean? So Earth's inner core, a shifting, spinning mystery's latest twist. We're going to open it up on the, what we call the window capture deal. So then you guys can see the whole thing taking place. The story, you know. Joanne, do me a favor and pop on the Earth's inner core story. Could you do that for me? Joanne? Now, Joanne, I get it. Like, good job and all, but like, I'm not on the screen. You know, I'm here doing the show. And it, oh, thank you, Joanne. We're going to go back to a normal camera setup there because we got to be able to do the story. Earth's inner core. Let's move me across the screen though, Joanne. Are you on that? Or you're okay, thanks. Well, I can't because then, you know, you see it. Anyway, let's just do the story, Joanne, and stop your wheezing. Earth's inner core, doing it. You know, can we, you know, this is the problem I'm having. It's not really a problem. I just don't like how dark it is. I need more lighting. We talked about this yesterday. Joanne, get on it. Earth's inner core, shifting mystery, collapse, please. And it's the latest twist. Joanne, can we read the story and you do the telepromptering? No, Joanne, I can't do it. And also, you know, I have to focus on reading it. You do the teleprompter. Researchers proposed a model with a 70-year rotation cycle of planet's iron heart and report that we're in the middle of one of its big shifts. An artist's concept of the Earth's interior, scientists suspect its solid metal core consists of mostly iron and nickel. It's 1,520 miles long and is about as hot as the sun's surface. Guys, we have a sun within our freaking Earth. I mean, that's basically what we've known, right? We have a sun inside and a sun out there, down in Hollow Earth. Listen to the song. I wrote it. Anyway, imagine Earth's inner core, the dense center of our planet, as a heavy metal ballerina. What's that? No, Joanne, you couldn't play the part. With your humongocarditis, you get like one pirouette in, you know? And then what do we do? This iron-rich dancer is capable of pirouetting. Joanne, you said a pirouette. You're right there. Oh, goodness. No, I was just joking. I don't even know anything about freaking ballet. I just knew that word. Oh, goodness. An iron-rich dancer is capable of pirouetting at ever-changing speeds. The core may be on the cusp of a big shift. Seismologists reported Monday in the Journal of Nature Geoscience that after brief but peculiar pauses, the inner core changes how it spins relative to the motion of Earth's surface. Perhaps once every few decades, and right now one such reversal may be underway. Dun, dun, dun. Joanne, why didn't you play the music in the back? Dun, dun, dun. You know what I mean? We needed it. She's just a friggin' waste of space, you know what I mean? This may sound like a setup for the world-wrecking blockbuster movie, but fret not. Precisely nothing apocalyptic will result from this planetary spin cycle, which may have been happening for eons. Eons. Such a freaking Star Trek term, you know? The researchers who propose this speculative model instead aim to advance in understanding of Earth's innermost sanctum and its relationship with the rest of the world. The inner core is like a planet within a planet, so how it moves is obviously very important. Guys, the freaking sun they talk about in the middle of the Earth is hell. I've seen a couple videos, people talking about it. Like, okay, when it's the center of the earth, it's hell, and everybody's burned to the crisp, but they're not burning. They're just burnt to the crisp, and they're freaking not burning though, and it's like 1,000,000 degrees, but no one's like burning to death. They're just like hot as a you know what I mean? And you can't ever sustain that. It's just torture, every second of existence. And that scared the hell out of me. And I said, no, we can't let that happen. And I realized what that is when you have an attachment to anger and hatred, and you hold resentment towards others and grudges, that you put yourself in that potential position. And then I tied in that whole, just this you stand back for a minute and you think to yourself, well, if God was trying to bring us together, and Satan's ultimate intention was to break us from God and to have hatred and division become the focus of our lives, so then he can steal our souls away from God. Seems like a perfect plan taking place right now. So I believe we need to understand what's happening in all fronts. The Earth's core shifting, potentially the poles shifting, the hatred in the streets, potentially these, I was watching something, they're talking about quantum computing, how there's a 0 and a 1 at the same time. And that's like, you can't comprehend it, because this took place after the English language, but the guy was like trying to explain this. He's like, we now are able to have a 0 and a 1 at the same time. Therefore we have multiple realities going on. That's what that is. And so we're creating new realities constantly. And that means that whole Mandela effect is real, because they constantly keep, I think it's 8 times each year they've created this box that does this. And it creates a 1 and a 0, and they both exist at the same moment in time, which is basically an impossibility. It's against physics. It's quantum computing. I don't even understand it, but the way the guy was explaining it, he's like, we're creating another reality that overlaps our reality. And if we're smart enough, we can go into that reality and pull away all of its resources and bring it into ours. I'm like, what the? So that means that there's currently lots of other versions of us and timelines of us, and we're just in this one. And do we shift in and out of other ones? I mean, this is so freaking crazy what's happening. I don't even, maybe it's none of it. Maybe this is just, I'm reading into something that's totally not real, but I feel like it has to be, because everything in my current timeline seems to be breaking down. Society, the way people are acting. I wanted to play you guys something. I wonder if I could find this. Let me finish the story, and then I'm going to see if I can find this thing for you. It made me sick watching it. I don't know if I want to share it, because it just will piss me off, and it probably piss you guys off too. But it also is very funny too. So let's just see if we can get back into the story. We'll finish it up. No, Joanne, I'm going to finish the story first, and then I'll do the thing. Okay, we'll make people laugh after with these bonehead radicals. The inner core is like a planet within a planet, so it moves. Obviously, very important seismologist at Peking University, Peking, and Beijing, and author of the study. In 1936, the Danish seismologist Inge Lehmann nailed it. Lehmann, Joanne, don't correct me while I'm in the middle of a freaking story. If I want to go with Lehmann and say that I nailed it on Lehmann, and you got to come in and call it a Lehmann with your stupid wheeze and Soros voice, you guys know you're dealing with it too. Lehmann discovered that Earth's liquid outer core envelops a solid metal marble, and it has bamboozled scientists ever since. Liquid outer core envelops a solid metal marble. How do they know that? Like, this is what I okay. How did he discover that the Earth's liquid outer core is enveloped with a solid metal marble? Like, nobody's ever been more than 8 miles deep. The deepest we've ever trenched into the Earth is 8 miles in Russia. And if you listen to what they found when they freaking put the microphones down, it sounds like hell. There's people screaming nonstop. It's scary sounding. We should find that. Hold on, not. We're going to find that. All right. We did The Loop. That was the song. Listen, look at that. 62 freaking views, guys, on the planet for that song of The Loop you heard tonight. Thank you, YouTube. You're freaking awesome. How many subs do you have, Mark? 62? Nah, 10,000 plus. But they only share it with 62 people. That's like every piece of content, guys. Motherfuckers. Not you, them. Please share, though, because they don't. All right, so this was Russia. What was it called again? Hell. Sound. Here we go. This is it, guys. We're going to listen to this together. All right, now this is freaky. I want you guys to understand that this is not like somebody messing around. Let's see, I want to fast forward to where it's actually doing it.
Area, which shares borders with Norway.
Okay, let's see if we can watch this.
Drilled a hole more than 12 kilometers deep in Siberia, which shares borders with Norway and Finland.
Hold on.
The project to drill into the Earth's surface began in the 1970s, when Soviet scientists wanted to learn more about the Earth's crust.
I'm gonna get hit with
Over 2 decades, they managed to dig more than 7.5 miles down.
All right, 7.5 miles, guys. I'm gonna play this for you. Ready? This is the audio.
The real shocker was the disturbing sound that was recorded.
Yeah.
Melted, but
the microphone melted at the end. Check this out. Oh my goodness, guys. This is what the microphone caught. Okay, microphone caught this 8 miles down, and then the microphone melted because it was so hot. I mean, what the freak, guys, right? Yeah, so that is nuts right there, okay? Bottom line, that is some pretty crazy stuff. Russia sound hole. What was it called again? Hellhole. Let's see if I can find one of these stories. All right, this may be the dude I saw. It's not, but I love seeing these stories.
Why I switched to this hair color and will never go back. I've been
no one can tell.
Welcome back to the prayer link for Josh Miles.
Okay, we don't need. Oh, here we go. It's 10 minutes. I don't think we can play it all. Probably not allowed to.
Come on. No, and the Bible says the world shall be cast into the lake of fire, but hell is not actual fire. It's like molten rock. It's almost like the center of the earth.
Yeah, this is the.
And in the movies, it's all this fire and things like that, and it's not really what you would think it would be. And the torture is at a level that you really can't comprehend in the human mind. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty. It's a hard thing for sure, especially if you're going to be there for eternity.
Josh, how would you describe the torment that you felt there? You said it was extremely hot, but that you didn't get burned. And you said it was sort of like losing your mind.
Yes, I think people misconstrued the statement of supernatural. I think they think that's only a heavenly or God. I mean, everything in that world, in the spiritual world, is supernatural. It's just you have good and evil. So even in hell, it's supernatural, because it's meant to dwell with demons and things of spiritual level of that. So what I think people will think that supernatural only exists in heaven, but it also exists in hell. So because it's so hot, and we're talking like thousands of degrees hot, and there's so much torment, your body is not burned. Your skin is not burned. It's not getting eaten by heat or anything like that. It's just you feel so much heat and so much torment, but yet your body itself is not experiencing any effect of that. And I think that's a very, very difficult thing, especially for the torment you have, because you're feeling so much pain and regret and paranoia and all of these different emotions at one time. I tell people, you imagine your worst day you could ever have, and it's multiplied tenfold, thousandfold when you're in hell. It's a place that you should be scared of it. I tell people, I state what's true. And hell is definitely a place that's a scary, scary thing.
Wow.
And Josh, it's amazing that you say you still had all 5 of your senses. Tell us a little bit about what you saw and what you smelled.
The smell was very terrible, especially because you're housing millions of people and demons and things like that, and it's very hot. So the smell was terrible. And also, you know, hell is the opposite of heaven in every single way. So is the devil. So, you know, hell smelled terrible from the fact that it's a pungent odor that is, I can't even really describe how bad it smells. And then you combine that with the heat that is, I mean, you know, if you go into your car and it's 100 degrees in the day, you open the door, sometimes if you sit in it, it can be a little difficult to breathe. But that's only 100 to 120 degrees. If you know, you're talking about thousands of degrees, that makes it extremely hard to breathe on that fact alone, because hell is literally meant for torture.
Wow.
You know, people think that God sent people to hell. We choose our own. God gave us a will for a reason. We choose our own path of life. And if you choose him, that's where you end up. If you choose another way, then hell's where you end up. It's not like God is like, hey, people go to hell. He wants us to go to heaven. He wants us to live with him. He wants us to be his bride. But we have to choose him.
Josh, you said other people were there. There were lots of people there. Did you see their faces? Did you see demons?
I did. You can definitely see faces. You know, people ask me if I saw anybody I recognized. I didn't. But there's millions of people in hell. Like, it is millions upon millions. And everybody's standing on like shelves of rock, like molten rock. And everybody's screaming out and in turmoil. And it's crazy because you are in pain and turmoil yourself. This is true. But to see other people go through that kind of turmoil hurts even more, you know, and you can remember the things that you did on this earth, secrets and things like that. And you actually have a hunger and a thirst for God himself, because you know you didn't make it and you're just begging him to come get you, but you already know it's too late. And that makes it even more painful when you have a love for God. And sometimes we take advantage of that here. And then you end up in hell. You don't have a choice anymore because you're there.
Wow. Now,
Jeez.
Josh, I understand you said you also went to
Well, he's
heaven. What was that experience like?
got to hear this
It
side.
was the most blissful thing you could honestly ever think of. Anything you can imagine here, accomplish every goal you can, do everything you can, have children, everything that's positive on this earth. You put it all in one day, and it's still nothing compared to heaven. It's a blissful state. It feels amazing. You're not hot, you're not cold. There's no winds. Everything is just super calm, super blissful. Everything in you is satisfied. The presence of God is so strong. It makes you so humble and so obedient that you just really just want to listen to what he wants you to do. That's all you want to do is just be obedient, because his presence is so strong. I mean, his presence is strong here. You know, we pray, we lay hands on people, but to be around the source of that close.
So that's some pretty crazy stuff, guys. Some pretty crazy stuff right there. And you know, the reason I wanted to play that for you is because I've seen a few of these now. And to hear somebody explain in detail like that, hold on a minute, to explain in detail that, you know, the supernatural thing is what grabbed me. Because we always, you know, we visualize angels floating with wings and they're floating in heaven and all these supernatural things are going on, when the reality is it's everywhere. That's why you know that there are some really weird houses and things going on, because there are a lot of things, a lot of supernatural things going on that we can't comprehend. The idea of having that type of torture second by second for eternity. And I know that was what they frightened everybody into as a kid in order to get you to, you know, to do the right thing or to go to church or whatever. But I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the right formula is. I don't think that, and I know I've said this before, I'm not trying to say that I know, but I feel like connecting with the creator of this universe, the spirit that wants us to do the right thing, and we call him God, but that's just a word we made up. But that essence, whatever that spirit that created all of us, you know, that's where I want to be. That's where I attempt to show up every day to see if I can free myself of the burdens of this earthly plane and prepare for a time when that decision needs to be made. And I hope that I'm standing on the right side at that point. I have no idea. I have no idea. It's a really scary thing because I feel like no matter how good you are in life, there's just so much going on that you have so many thoughts, you have so many different factors to consider. I always thought too, like, what is your state of mind when you go? What is your state of mind the moment that your time on this planet ends? And does that determine where you go? Like, okay, like I was amazing my entire life, but the day that I did go, I felt terrible and I was so pissed off because of, and does that blast feeling you had take you into eternity? You know, like we know so little about everything. And it scares me because when I heard, I think this was a different guy who said, I donated, I was a charitable person, I was a good person. I had no doubt in my mind I'm going to heaven. That's what this guy's saying. And he says, and all I know is I'm in hell all of a sudden. And I'm trying to figure out why am I in hell? And he said the same exact description as this guy. He said people were like, he saw some guy was on a leash. His eyes were bulging out of his head, and he's on a leash with a demon holding him, a human being on a leash. And he goes, and he realized that that person's entire life on earth, that demon was riding their back so that they can have them as a slave here in the underworld. And it was like, wow. And then you start realizing, whose bidding are you really doing? You know, like in general, I know that we're working off of our free will, but we are also influenced by everything we see. And is that the devil? Is that God? What is it? We don't know. Everything's so murky in 2023. And then they have to, on top of it, throw hatred, division, all the things that we know are the devil. It's scary, guys. There's a lot going on, and I don't know when the end of all this is, but there's a very good chance that there's an end to us before there's an end to all of this. So we have to make sure that we are doing everything we can to see the world a better place. Everything we can, so when this time does come to a close, we wind up in the place of bliss. I don't want anybody down there screaming in terror, looking around wild-eyed because this is it and God's not coming. The other guy said something scary too. He said, you know, I saw a lot of people I knew, people like through my whole life I saw, he goes, that, you know, and they're down there. And he goes, and then like the music you hear on the radio, he goes, like the stuff you hear on the radio with like the killings and the stuff, he goes, that's all created in hell. He goes, I hear it all there. And then they give it to these people here on earth, you know what I mean, that connect with the evil. And then they give them all the experiences and all of the, you know, all of the powerful music that the world then idolizes. It's a really weird thing that's going on, guys. And I know that the more you connect yourself to the positivity, the more you connect yourself to the love and the light, the more you're persecuted. That's a fact. It happened 2,000 years ago. It's continued to happen throughout time. It's happening today. And if you are someone who says, you know what, come back to God, connect with what's right before it's too late, you're persecuted. If you're someone who says, hey, just stop the hate, let's put out the olive branch, you are the enemy. You're some sort of Jesus freak. And you know what? I guess what I would have to say at the end of the day is I'd rather be a Jesus freak than someone who's out there destroying mankind, hedonistically trying to, you know, seed the world with their offspring and then go and get rid of that child because the lady doesn't want to have the kid. And look, there's someone right around the corner that'll do that for you. Like the evil, evil, evil everywhere. So, and it doesn't have to be Jesus. That's why I don't talk about religion on this show. It's like, you could be Yeshua. Yes, it could be Muhammad. It could be the Buddha. It could be anything. The thing is connecting to the spirit of love. The spirit of love, because all of us have created a name for the thing that created us all. I think the only real definition of the word of who God is, and this is weird, is Yahweh. But you know what? It's not. What it really was it's the breath. God is the breath of life. We translated that to Yahweh, but it's really a sound. We all do it. We say his name, her name, its name with every breath. When I heard that was all the validation. You know, I still maintain that much of the Bible was written by man. There's a control mechanism in place, but Yahweh, and the breathing, I was falling asleep one night after I heard that, and I heard my breath, natural breath, when I'm just laying there, and it's Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. I'm just speaking the Creator's name with every breath for eternity. From the moment I am able to breathe fresh air till the last breath, I'm praising the Creator. I'm saying their name over and over forever. So are you. So the thing is, we get so sidetracked from that connection. Our connection to the Creator is our breath. It's the fact that we have the ability to do something with this moment because of Yahweh. Because we're still breathing, because our heart is still beating. There's still a chance to spark the world with love. You know, the crazy thing is, this is a cycle. Throughout time, we've seen this. We've seen the hatred. We've seen the killing in the name of God. And it doesn't change the end result. It still comes back to people thinking they're right. And at the end, we all die. And we all go somewhere. And no one's right. Just think about the earthly problems that we are so focused on. And at the very end of it all, it's like, what the frig did I focus on? Why was I so upset about that? So this is why I try my best. When I get upset about things, I try to rant about it and then forget about it. And it's not easy. Some topics, as you know, they come back around. You know, I create an awesome piece of content and it doesn't get out there. That just pisses me off, you know? But that's going to be something that will always circle until we look and we see thousands of views for each piece of content. Then I'll be like, okay, good. People are seeing what I'm creating. They should be. And so that's one thing that circles. But in general, I try to let things go. I don't want to worry about anything. Because that's where you really lose track of your happiness, is when you're stressed out about all these other little things in your life. There's plenty to be stressed out about. You got to find some time in order to step away from it all. Charlie, how are you? Texas lady kicking it with us still. Let me see if we can play a little something real quick. Fotch! Hold on, Sonny! Sonny's back there drinking his freaking coffee cup. You know how it is. Sonny. He's such a silly goose. Where's my backdrop, Joanne? You know. Sometimes you ask Joanne to do anything, and she just continues to wheeze. That's the only thing she'll do, is wheeze. Yep, you're getting it right now from Pamela. Good to see you, Charlie. All right, we're going to play a little something here. I don't know what yet. That's going to change right away. I don't know if I'll remember the words to this, but I wrote this years ago. It's a really cool tune. It's called Precious Stone. Joanne, how's it go again? A precious stone hides away in sand and murky waters. It can hold its own and rub elbows gently with the rolling tide. Slip and slide away gently with words of wisdom. Gently I fold my hand. Well, it's a painted room with nothing there but windows. A kaleidoscope of hopes and dopes dangling from a higher plane. It's too close to go. From time to time you burn your head and lose your place in line. So you stand around for a while. So I was searching for a piece of me, yeah. I can't remember the words. There's also like a huggy. Hook here goes. There he goes. It's a crazy world. Yeah, it's a funky, crazy, silly world. Filled with laughs and smiles. Billions of people, they're marching round in single file. That's how the wind blows where your life goes. Hold on to your face. Hold on. Don't let go. Hold on. Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. It's a painted room with nothing there but windows, a kaleidoscope of hopes and dopes dangling from a higher plane. It's too close to go. From time to time you turn it in and lose your place in line. Yeah, so stand around for a while. I gotta just remind myself what it used to be like. Hold on. So I haven't played that in forever. It's just, you know. Days, how are you, my friend? Old school. That's an old school Mark Pires original back in the day. Damn it. I'm going to have to play you another old school original. I'm kind of on the cusp of playing a bunch of old school originals just to vibe it out, you know what I mean? Like, I had a killer tune if I could find my freaking... Joanne, where's my freaking capo? Did you swallow it again? So, Joanne, to do that, you know. Like, I'm here just trying to do it. Found one. Shaved the other three. So, I haven't played this one in a long time. I don't know. We'll see. It's called She's Holding Out. The world don't know. Everyone soon will know. She got some nerve. She's holding out on me. She'll tell you different. She's holding out on me. Top story in news. She's holding out on me. She's holding out on me. Lady T's telling me one thing. The facts keep implying another. The thoughts give a fan to the fire, but I can't find it. Oh, man. I don't remember how it goes. Are you kidding me? Oh, I gotta try it again. Sorry, it's been very long since I played this. This is on my album. This is on my album. That's a great tune. It's actually more like this. The world don't know, but everyone soon will know. She got some nerve. She's holding out on me. She'll tell you different. She's holding out on me. Tied up my blues. She's holding out on me. She'll tell you different, but she's holding out on me. Top story in news. She's holding out on me. My lady keeps telling me one thing. The facts keep implying another. The thoughts give a fan to the fire, but I can't feel rolling out this flame. But I feel like you're blowing out this flame. Oh, she's holding out on me. Tied up my blues. She done. Come on, I gotta do this right. She's told you different. Tied up my blues, she's holding out on me. Top story in news, she's holding out on me. She'll tell you different, she's holding out on me. She's holding out on me. Tied up my blues. She's holding out on me. story of news. She's holding out on me. She'll tell you different. She's holding out on me. She's holding out on me. Side of my bruise. She's holding out on me. Top story of news. She's holding out on me. She'll tell you different. She's holding out on me. She's holding out on me. Tied up my bruise. She's holding out on me. Top story of news. I think I wish I could remember how the freaking line goes because I hit it every time and then we're D on it. You know what I mean? She's holding out on me. This is a good chorus too. It goes. Life keeps throwing us curveballs, long lips and long lips and sweet lips to cross my long hair and sweet. Oh, no, that's it. Hold on. Jeez, I can't believe I don't remember the freaking words to my own song, guys. What are we talking about over here, Joey? You're tripping me up the wheeze. Can you stop it just for a moment while I do this? She got some nerve. She's holding out on me. She got some nerve, she's holding out on me. She'll tell you different, she's holding out on me. Top story of news, she's holding out on me. She tied up my bruise, she's holding out on me. She's holding out on me. She got some nerve. She's holding out on me. She'll tell you different. She's holding out on me. Top story of news. She's holding out on me. She tied up my bruise. She's holding out on me. She's holding out on me. She got some nerve. She's holding out on me. She'll tell you different. She's holding out on me. Top story of news. She's holding out on me. She tied up my bruise. She's holding out on me. She's holding out on me. She got some nerve. She's holding out on me. She'll tell you different. She's holding out on me. Top story of news. She's holding out on me. She tied up my bruise. She's holding out on me. She's holding out on me. She got some nerve. She's holding out on me. She'll tell you different. She's holding out on me. Yeah, she's holding out on me. Top story of news. She's holding out on me. She tied up my bruise. She's holding out on me. She's holding out on me. She's holding out. She's holding out. She gets some nerve. She gets some holding out. She's holding out on me. She'll tell you different. She'll tell you different. She's holding out on me. Yeah. Top story news. She's holding out on me. She's holding out. She tied up my bruise. She's holding out on me. She's holding out on me. Holding out. She's holding out. She's holding out. She's holding out. She's holding out on me. She's holding out on me. That's on the Something to Live For album on iTunes, YouTubing it. You know, you're doing it, you're there. You're like, oh, what's this? That's over there. Okay, I'm watching, listening. You sure freaking are. You know? Guys, we did it. An hour and 2 minutes, just a little over, you know? But sometimes when you're in the middle of playing some songs, you're in the middle of doing a little rantaroo, in the middle of a news story, talking about heaven and earth. It's a full show, you know? Was that no, Joanne? Yeah, I guess you could say so. She said my wheeze made it a full show. I guess she's right. Without a wheeze, what do you got? You know what I mean? Just like an awesome show. Then you got to have a little bit of the, you know, I got hit in the face with a sledgehammer. That's the Joanne wheeze. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you wherever you are. Oh, we do it all over again for the 1,485th day in a row. That puts us 15 days from the 1,500th day. So if you can, spread some words and see if we can get some people here tomorrow when we do it all over again. Where are we? I'm going over here to participations so I can say goodnight to you guys. Thank you for being here with me. Anna Treos, Andrea O'Neill, Barella, Bradley Smith of the house, Pamela Swan. Sorry about Joanne's wheezing. You know, like I did my best with her. S. Coop, you rock. Stacy Michaels, you rock. Trish Michaels, you guys all freaking rock. You know that. Trish Kellyanne, Virginia, and Warden Fissel kicking it with me, which is freaking awesome. Doing it, guys, if I missed you. Or if you happen to be out there doing the old like, oh, hey, what's up? I just don't want to say anything. I'm a lurker. Lurk it up, dude. Do it, you know, lurk it up. You know what I mean? Just tell somebody. Just say, hey, come and lurk with me tomorrow. Get a double lurker situation going. Like you're lurking by yourself right now. Go do a double lurker deal. You know what I mean? Like you're like, yeah, my friend Texas Lady's kicking with me and we're doing a lurkeroo together. Right? Everybody's happy. Anyway, Texas Lady knows what I'm talking about. She's here. She's bringing a lurkeroo for tomorrow. They're gonna do it together. Anyway, guys, but all that Texas Lady comes out. She comes out from the lurk status and she'll be like, what up? You know what I mean? And that's a good thing, guys. This is a family of love here. They're sending it. Sending it. You know, people are like, send it. We do that all day. You know? Anyway, guys, make sure you leave a comment after the show here like Bradley does. McCloudification, my brother, kicking it with us. Oh, I love it. Make sure you guys leave a comment after the show. TikTok me. McCloud, you got my brother. You got to head over to the new TikTok. My last account got booted at 17.5K. I'm up to, I think, 7.5 now on the new one. It's just Mark Pires Variety over on TikTok. Join us over there, fam. I drop a lot of stuff. Then they come over here. The pieces come over here. But there's usually more stuff there than there is on YouTube. I don't drop all of them. I have to be a little better about dropping them. So I will going forward. But they originate TikTok style. And you may want to be there for the drop, you know, and then spread them out to get some love out there to some people. Anyway, it's kind of, I realize it's kind of like we're doing the news because it's the only thing that TikTok shares. They don't share any of my content. So I'll do the news to get people to see the news. Then I leave little comments when people comment, say, hey, come join us here on YouTube. We've had a few people join us that way. McLeod, my brother, came and joined us that way. We also have, who out there came from TikTok? We know a few people have specifically. And that's awesome because we need to take everybody from TikTok over here to the YouTube page on a daily basis. Not daily, but whenever you can come by, like McLeod and my brother. You know what I mean? We're doing it. Sometimes when you're in the middle of it and you get your McLeodification, you're like, oh, I didn't know. I thank goodness I got the McLeodification because I wasn't sure what I had to do right now at 11:08 p.m., but I got that McLeodification. So now I'm going to go and do it. You know, some people don't like their McLeodifications. They just want to like shut them off on their phone. I'm like, you get it. Show them McLeodification. You need it. It's there for you. You know what I mean? You check the boxes and said, sure, I'll take, excess messages that explain every detail of life. Check the box. And you can't ever unsubscribe. That's the difference between a McLeodification and like a notification. Your notifications you can shut off. McLeodifications, they're there for friggin' life in the cloud. You know what I mean? Anyway. Oh, goodness, guys. Until tomorrow. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I didn't share this, but I cleaned up the song I played for you the other night. Rain is Falling. I made it. Oh, it's like 5 minutes and 30 seconds. It is fire. And I'm probably going to play it for you tomorrow. Remember, every Friday at 5 p.m., there is a brand new song released to the world. And they are powerful songs written live here in the moment, like this one. That's on iTunes. And every Friday. And they're like cinematic now. I'm taking these videos and then I'm zooming in. I got a good camera, so you're zooming in on the clips. And I think it looks pretty cool. I don't know, you guys tell me, but I will see you tomorrow and Friday. Remember, just 4 days from a brand new song. So, till tomorrow. You got to go away. Until then, it's Mark Pires. And we're doing it 1,484 days in a row. I will see you tomorrow. Love you, fam. Keep smiling. You got to go away.